Are you dreaming of living in the shadows of the stunning Santa Catalina Mountains with million-dollar views everywhere you turn? Well, if so, the Catalina Foothills might just be your little slice of paradise. But hold on, it's far from perfect. Today we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, and everything you need to know before you pack your bags and head to the Catalina Foothills.
Let's do this.
Welcome back, or if you're new to this channel and you want to learn everything from A to Z about living in Tucson, AZ, then click subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so we can keep you updated on the current market in Tucson, Arizona. Hi, I'm Jennifer Smith and this is my husband,
Dustin Smith.
And we've helped hundreds of people just like you move to
and from
Tucson, Arizona. So whether you're moving in 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months, we've got you covered. Give us a call, shoot us a text or an email so we can help you make that smooth move. All right, so today we are out in the Catalina Foothills to tell you everything you need to know, good, bad, everything in between before you pack your bags and move here. So we are going to start off by talking about the pros of living in the Catalina Foothills. We will later on get into the cons, but you'll want to stick around and check out the whole video because we're going to sprinkle some of our favorite things about the Catalina Foothills and some of the things that we maybe don't like as much into the pros and cons as well. So jumping in, pro number one that brings pretty much anyone that we've talked to the Catalina Foothills are the views. So the Catalina Foothills overall is nestled right up against the Santa Catalina Mountains. And not only do you have those stunning mountain views from so many properties in this area and really just driving around the area, I'm always in awe, and I've lived here my whole life. Like, it's still that beautiful. But a lot of the homes are actually oriented so you get to take advantage of the sparkling city lights at night as well.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, no matter what direction you look, I mean, you have beautiful views. And I think that's going to take us into pro number two, is that you actually have a lot of luxury options. I would say, as far as like the amount of luxury homes per house is available, it's going to be the Catalina Foothills, which is going to be your highest concentration of those luxury homes. So even when you're looking out, if you live in the Catalina Foothills, if you're looking out your own backyard or front yard, you're going to see some really interesting and gorgeous homes that really fit, you know, Southwestern design, modern design, lots of different types of architecture, lots of different beautiful things going on around you.
Absolutely. And you're going to have so many options, even if you are just looking for a second home, like a nice luxury condo or a nice smaller luxury home. There are so many options in the area to take advantage of. That leads us into pro number three, which is going to be the amount of shopping and dining options, especially on that, you know, more upscale side of things. You have great places like La Encantada. They have some really amazing shopping and dining in that area. You'll have some great restaurants. Like, one of our favorites in the area when we're up here is Wild Garlic Grill. So if you're up here, definitely check that out. But definitely no shortage of dining, shopping options in this area.
And pro number four, nearby, there's definitely some great employment opportunities nearby. So we're not too far away from some of Tucson's most reputable doctor's offices and hospitals, these higher end restaurants, and basically the resort corridor for Tucson runs through the foothills. So really there's just a concentration with all these different, you know, shopping and dining options and resorts that offer great employment options in the area.
Absolutely. That brings up something too. We're actually here right now at Ventana Canyon, which if you are coming to town and you're looking for somewhere to stay while you're looking at houses with us, Ventana Canyon's a great option. You have Hacienda del Sol up the road, La Paloma, Westward Look. If you want to stay closer towards Oro Valley, maybe you're deciding between Oro Valley and the Catalina Foothills. We have a lot of clients that do that. You have some great options up that way as well. So definitely, like Dustin said, resort corridor, so a lot of employment options as well.
If you're just exploring Tucson, you just got to basically follow from resort to resort just so you understand the Catalina Foothills up here.
Or hey, if you're looking for a good staycation too, that's one of my favorite things. Every once in a while, I will just go stay overnight at La Paloma, hit the spa for the day, and just kind of rest, relax, and reset. So great options there.
All right, pro number five right now. I'm gonna say this is probably my favorite thing about the Catalina Foothills. That is gonna be your outdoor activities, recreation. So with the mountains comes just infinite possibilities. You have different hiking trails around. You've got, Finger Rock, you have Reddington Pass nearby. You have access up to Mount Lemon.
Sabino Canyon. One of our favorites.
I mean, same thing like following the resorts. You can literally just follow all these beautiful hiking areas right along the Catalina Foothills. There's also a few great golf courses in the area.
One right behind us.
One right behind us here at Ventana Canyon Resort. So, I mean, that's just another thing about the area. Like, if you love outdoor recreation, you're going to find yourself coming to the foothills whether you live here or not.
Absolutely. That leads us into pro number 6, and this one may or may not apply to you. So it is a top rated school district, the Foothills School District, which does draw in some of the families here, especially going to Catalina Foothills. That is definitely a well-known school in the area. For pro number 7, we're actually going to put this on the pro and con list. And if you've watched any of our other videos, we do this quite often. And really it's because it depends on if you like wildlife or not. So pro number 7, or the first con, depending on how you look at it, is wildlife in the area. Because you are butted right up against the Catalina Mountains, you are going to see an abundance of wildlife. That may come in the form of like cute quail that you see running across your property, maybe some road runners, maybe the occasional cute bobcat that decides to rest up on your block wall or your fence for a few minutes. But you can definitely get into some of those other critters that you might not want to see quite as often, right?
Yeah, the hummingbird that just flew by is great, but
yeah.
After you see a hummingbird, you might see a mountain lion out here. You don't see them all the time, but you do hear from them coming down from the mountains.
Yeah.
It happens. There's a story, I think it's from 2 years ago now.
Oh my gosh.
Tucson Medical Center, not too far away. Somehow a mountain lion had made its way all the way that far into town and actually got stuck in one of their courtyard areas.
At the hospital, yeah.
Yeah, they're not too far away from I believe the Rito River over there too, which is mostly a dry river unless we get a good monsoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've also heard of black bears. That's even more infrequent than seeing a mountain lion. That's like special news if a black bear ever makes it down this far. But regular occurrence, people are going to see rattlesnakes regularly. If you're looking, a lot closer, you might find, scorpions,
tarantulas.
Tarantulas are fine. Don't worry about tarantulas.
I don't love them, but they're harmless.
No, I understand. People don't like spiders, and that's a thing. But yeah, lots of different wildlife in the Catalina Foothills.
Huge
Anywhere
variety.
At the base of the mountains, you're gonna see some different creatures, and that's a pro, that's a con. So that gets us started on our pro 7 and our con number 1.
All right, so with wildlife making both the pros and the cons list, let's jump into con number 2, which is going to be the overall cost of the Catalina Foothills. So getting into that, the median sales price for the year currently is $685,000. Now, while that may not seem like a lot, we're looking at 2 zip codes here when we're talking about the Catalina Foothills. Not everybody will look at that the same. More people will look at 85718 as being your main zip code. And that median sales price actually pushes over $1 million right now. And really that just is attributed to the number of custom properties that are not only built into these beautiful hillsides that are all throughout the Catalina Foothills, but also like directly right into the Catalina Mountains right here, and your options of like guard gated luxury communities, resort communities. So there's just such a wide variety in this area. But if you're looking at it overall, like the highest percentage of homes sold were over 1.4 million.
Absolutely. So currently there's just under 400 homes for sale between those 2 zip codes.
Yes.
This year to date, about 610 have sold. And Jen mentioning kind of the difference between your median price and that applying to your townhomes, your condos, and your single family homes.
Yes.
If you're just looking at single family homes, the average list price is over $1.6 million. So yeah, you'll see stuff significantly less, and you'll see some big outliers out there that really push that average price up. Like we're not too far away from a $9,750,000 house. I mean, it's right over here by Ventana Canyon, just tucked into the hills right here. So just huge variety of housing types, and different levels of luxury.
Absolutely. That takes me right into con number 3, which is going to be overall like higher property taxes and HOA fees for this area as well. You know, again, those higher property values, of course, you would expect to see higher property taxes. And the HOAs, especially as you get into those communities, like the luxury, you know, resort communities, communities that just offer more amenities, or if you want to be part of some of these golf clubs, social clubs, extra fees all around when that is an option.
Absolutely. So going into our next con, I'm just going to go with traffic on this one because it is something that you should be aware of. So if you're in the Catalina Foothills, it's basically all surface streets, and since, I mean, there's a lot of hills around here, a lot of parts of those streets are going to be just single lane each direction, stoplights. So when school gets out,
lower speed limits.
Lower speed limits. When there's that after work rush hour right there too, things are going to slow down a little bit. But you know, anytime we get someone here from a big city, they tell us that it's no big deal, that this is nothing, that we are very lucky to have it the way that we do.
30 to 40 minutes to downtown, like no big deal.
So we might be ever the optimist here, because I think we have more pros than we do cons for the Catalina Foothills. But our final con here is actually going to be that it can be a little bit further from some of Tucson's amenities. So a good example of that is going to be like the University of Arizona, right? I mean, a lot of people kind of think of Tucson, they think of the University of Arizona. If you're going there for school, for work, or going there to go catch a game, you're about half an hour from where we are currently. Now there's spots of the foothills that are a little bit further, and there's spots that are a little bit closer, but it's all surface streets on the way there too. So you're always gonna have to build in a little bit extra cushion for that time.
Absolutely. And if you're heading down to like the airport or anything, just the proximity to I-10, it's going to take you about half an hour just to get over to I-10 and then down to the airport. Some people will just cut, all the way through town. Those surface streets, though, depending on the time of day that you're trying to get down to the airport, can really just add a good 15 to 30 minutes, depending on if there's any accidents, if there's any construction, which we have been famous for lately, like just construction on every road with very few workarounds. But yeah, I mean, it's about 30 minutes from I-10, 40, 45 minutes, from the airport. And that's probably going to be, the quickest times you're going to get there, unless you're on the further south end, like Dustin said, or maybe even the further west end of the Catalina Foothills.
Again, this is something people tell us that we're very fortunate to complain about getting stuck in traffic for half an hour to 45 minutes. It's just, it's one of those things you want to be aware of if you're going to be commuting to those places on a regular basis.
Definitely. All right, so that's just our list of pros and cons as, native, your local favorite go-to real estate agents in Tucson, Arizona. If you have other pros or cons of the Catalina Foothills that we didn't talk about, drop them in the comments below. We always love to hear from you guys.
Like it's hot out there.
Absolutely. But if you or anyone you know is thinking about moving to or from Tucson, Arizona, we would love to be the ones to help. Definitely give us a call, shoot us a text or an email. You can even set up a FaceTime, Zoom call with us. We would love to meet with you in person if you're in town. So definitely drop a call to us. And if you haven't already and you found this video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so we can keep you updated on that current market in Tucson, Arizona.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. We'll have more for you soon. Thank you.